just get my number if you need credit, which I doubt because you are, wow, social yung ano natin, Dubai. Wala eh.
Walang kailangan ng credit ah.
Wala no? Ba't ako mahula? May pera ako. We call it financial leverage. Okay? You don't spend your money just like that. Bago ako mag-start, my brother worked in Singapore for many years. Prime of his life, nakapundar. I was there in ASEC. He retired, excited siya dun sa kanyang parang Provident Fund batawag. He went home. Itong mga ganito opportunity no, wala pa naman eh. So, cut the long story short, he started where he left. And we don't want that to happen to you, di ba? So, we are here to at least give some opportunity for you. When you go back, or even at least when you're still here, you're starting something for retirement. Now, financial leverage is something that can help you not use up your money, but use other people's money, the government money, protected by your own, and make something out of it. So ito ngayon, daming opportunities tayo. No? First, an introduction of the agency. Meron po tayong agency sa Philippines na maliit lang. It's attached to the Department of Agriculture. Now, ang kanyang vision ay yun lang. So you look at the keywords, sustainable, effective delivery of financial services to the countryside. Doon tayo lahat galing, tama? Countryside. And then ang mission niya ay, of course, we orchestrate programs that will promote farmers and fisherfolk access to sustained financial services. Sustained, kasi hindi pwedeng one night stand, isang beses lang. Dapat tuloy-tuloy. It's like marriage. For better, for worse, parang gano'n. Hindi one night stand. Yung changing tires na yung gusto one night stand lang. So we do a lot of things, but I don't want to dwell on this. But just focus on credit program implementation. Because ACPC, the Agricultural Credit Policy Council, bagaman siya'y maliit na ahensya, it is starting to get relevant in terms of providing backup sa DA sa kanyang financial support. Kasi we do policy research, we do action research, advocacy and dissemination. Mga kababayan, we have a lot of opportunities in government being provided by government, but if you do not know them, bali wala, di ba?
Yes.
So we do a lot of info campaign, lalo sa baba. Mga magsasaka natin is capacity building. ATI spoke to you about training nila. Kami rin meron. I also have the capacity building group. We provide a specific training services for farmers and also for their organizations. Okay, just a glimpse of how we are organized. Ang aming po ahensya ay headed by the chair ng kalihim ng departamento. Vice Chair po ang Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So this is a cabinet level board. So 5 sila. NEDA is also part of that board. Department of Finance and also Department of Budget and Management. Kaya medyo we rest assured that all the programs coming out of the ACPC has been vetted, reviewed, and approved by this board. So yun, just konting info po para sa inyo. Sa Pilipinas, there is what we call the Agri-Agra law, no? Para ma-ensure that the banks invest in agriculture and fisheries. Kaya po, they are required to put in 25% of their loanable funds sa agriculture and fisheries. But you see how they respond. 11 to 15% lang compliance. Takot po sila. Okay? So, based on our study, ganyan lang po yun, 11 to 15% instead of the 25%. So what happens now? Under compliance, nagpe-penalize lang sila. It's alright with them. Kasi magkano lang naman yun, di ba? So, ito pa. Ano ba naman ang farmer behavior sa borrowing. 40% lang ang nangihiram. Based on the survey that we do every 2 years. 40%. Saan yung 60%? Yung iba dyan hindi nanghiram. Or yung iba nanghiram pero hindi nakahiram. Okay? Probably because they don't have the capacity to pay. Ganun po yung istorya. Just some info for you. So, yung mga nanghiram daw, nanghihiram sa NGO, sa MFIs. Narinig niyo ba MFIs? Card Bank, DSKI, mga ganun. Yung iba naman, mga informal sources like family, kaibigan, kasi madaling hiraman, walang dokumento, walang interest. Cooperatives. Meron na dito miyembro ng co-ops. Magtayo kayo ng co-op. Sabi mo, maraming intervention ng government sa mga co-ops. So, better think about it. Rural and cooperative banks also is a formal financial institution. 10% ang nangihiram sa kanila. Private money lenders, ito yung mga kapit sa patalim, si madaling hiraman, but very high cost, no? High interest, 7%. And GFIs, finally, 7%. But mind you, yung 7% na yan, in terms of volume, yun ang malalaki. Because these are big loans. Okay, just some data for you. Okay, ito po. ACPC is not a financial institution. So, ibig sabihin, in the Philippines, we are not allowed by law to extend loans directly to any of the borrowers that we target. So, what we do, since we get appropriation from Congress every year, this year, 2.7 billion. Last year, it's about the same thing. So, ganyan, no? Meron siyang money, but it's not allowed by law. So, what do? We tap these guys, no? We call them the partner lending conduits to extend the loans themselves. We provide funds for them, and they lend to our targets. Sino-sino sila? Maliliit na magsasaka, mga micro and small enterprises. Na-define kanina yung micro hanggang 3 million. Yung small, hanggang 15 million. So when you look at our programs, ang limit yan hanggang 15 million. So hanggang maliit na magsasaka, hanggang sa registered business na natin. Paano ako papasok dyan? Saka kayo, hindi naman kayo small farmers. But if you so decide later on, when you go back to the Philippines, you can qualify as small farmers. Ang condition lang, you will engage in agriculture or fisheries, and you have to be registered sa RSDSA. Yung talaan ng magsasaka at may isda. Sa fish R ninyo, pwede rin doon. But don't worry, we will assist you in case you decide later. So ito po yung scheme. Simple lang. ACPC, we provide the funds to the bank lends to whoever wants our funds. Narinig ko kanina sa labas na may nagkukwentuan, may farm na sila. Saan po siya? Sino yung meron ng business sa probinsya, sa Pilipinas? Farm? Yun, yung bata. Nagsasaka ka na? Buti ka pa. Ako, I learned a lot of things today. Si Albert, kakwarto ko yan. Marami ako natutunan sa'yo kanina. Pati sa fisheries. Gusto ko tuloy magnegosyo after my stint in government. So yun po. Bibilisan ko na. Itong targets po natin, as defined by law. Kailangan meron ganito para hindi nagkakalituhan. Sino pa ang targets natin? Maliliit na magsasaka. Kasi sa Pilipinas, like in other countries, there are small farmers, there are big farmers. Gusto natin maliliit. Kasi these are the underprivileged. Walang sa access, walang pang collateral. Don't worry about this, but if you want to get definitions, pwede naman yan. A basic lang, 3 hectares and below. Okay, small fishers then, ganun yung maliliit. Kasi ito pong government programs are very subsidized, not highly subsidized. Hindi pwedeng yung mayayaman na. Okay? So, sa dami ng farmers and fishers sa bansa natin, ipa-prioritize natin maliliit. Alright? But it does not mean that you will be excluded. Kasi if you have